We are live from inside my vehicle. Okay, let's make sure I'm looking at the right spot on the camera here. There we go. This video today actually is because of something that happened here in Hillsborough early this afternoon. Attempted carjacking. So this video today is one of those things about, okay, this is not going to happen to me. This is avoiding being carjacked. Now, you might think that never happens. However, let me turn my music down in here. It happens all the time. If you're just jumping on, I see James and Jared out there. Hey, guys. Start a watch party. Share this one. If you're watching on replay, type in replay. But this never happens to me. This will never happen to me. Check this out. So I got my other phone here, and I'm looking. Carjacking in Oregon. September 30th. Woman carjacked at gunpoint, Southeast Portland. August 10th. 2 arrested after carjacking. March 15. Missionaries report carjacking in Southeast Portland. October 1st. This is all this year, by the way. Police seek carjacking suspect. March 24th, woman facing charges after carjacking attempt. Man arrested after police chase attempted carjacking. That's August 3rd. July 2nd, armed carjacking suspect in Tigard. Gresham, March 24th. So all over the place. All over the place, carjackings happen. So your thought of, hey, this will never happen to me, let's fix that. It might, and I want everybody to be prepared for that. So one of the things that we talk about is awareness. Awareness is always the key. Why is awareness the key? Because hopefully you're not poking around it on your phone or messing with the stereo. If you're out in public, chances are something can happen to you. And this is covered in a lot of the 10 seconds to safety. And I'll probably send that out to folks that request it. If you want my 10 seconds to safety, type in 10 seconds in the comments and I'll make sure you get a copy of that. But it's about taking 10 seconds wherever you are and being aware of what's around you. What's going on outside your vehicle, anybody that doesn't look like they belong. If you're floating through slow-moving traffic, there should not really be pedestrians in the way. And if it's somebody, obviously, trying to run between cars and crossing, that's great if they're walking in between lanes. All right, what are they doing there? What about in a drive-through? All right, I've actually had a guy approach me in a drive-through, and you don't get out of your car in a drive-through. Why is this dude getting out? And he came right up to the window. Now, it wasn't a carjacking. He was asking me something different. But it was a pleasant exchange. But I didn't know that, and I treat it like it's going to be potentially hostile. Treat everybody like $1 million, but have a constant and never-ending plan to fix that. Fix them at a moment's notice. All right, the thing that happened, and it happens all the time, police are chasing somebody and they start running across the street and you happen to be there. Ways to avoid being carjacked. Number 1, lock your doors. I know it sounds something crazy, and most modern vehicles will auto-lock once you put it in drive, but make sure that it's locked. One thing also is having your windows up or windows down. A lot of ladies, you carry your purse right in the passenger seat here. Well, if you have your windows down, that's just somebody that walks up and snatches it out of the car and they're gone. Put it on the floor. There's plenty of people that are saying, well, I carry a gun. Well, that's sweet. All right. Have you ever practiced drawing your firearm in your vehicle? For example, I'm wearing a training gun right now. My son's got me an amazing gift for my birthday. It's awesome. A great training gun. So if I'm buckled up here, isn't that buckle right across where I normally have my firearm? Yeah, you betcha. What about if my jacket's covering it and my shirt's covering it? I can't even pull that thing out. Well, when I'm rolling armed, I don't drive like that. I have everything tucked in. If I want to draw, there, I'm out. I'm able to do it. So, inside of a vehicle, a lot of people are, well, I got a gun. Well, sweet. I got a knife. Well, have you ever practiced firing from your vehicle, in your vehicle? Have you done any training, have you sought professional training on that? That's really important because and I'll show you this with a nice orange tip here. It's awesome. You can't just wave your gun around in a car. There's other people. You have glass around you. There's, some of those rules that you got to follow with firearms training. What's your backstop? If you happen to shoot, what's behind it? Are your kids in the back? Is your significant other in the seat next to you? So you can't just be reaching your gun across and cracking them across the face with it. Likewise, have you ever tried shooting with your other hand? Manipulating it inside the vehicle. So a lot of times a firearm isn't the best choice in there. What about secondary? Intermediate range? Hey, pepper sprays work great. Got that in here too. Movement of the vehicle. A lot of times people are so close together in traffic, keeping your space bubble so you can move around. Pulling up too close to the car in front of you, okay, if a situation happens, you're stuck. You're stuck. You can't go anywhere. So having enough space, I like to, I don't want to be one of those like really super weird old people that like 5 car lengths back. Don't do that. It's just weird. I like to be able to see a little bit of the tires of the car in front of me, the front tires of it. That way I know I'm far enough back and I can crank this thing over and go onto a curb. I can pull a U-turn. My primary lane of travel is left lane. Yeah, I like to go fast, but my primary is left lane travel. This is the type of chat really that I could spend an hour talking about vehicle safety and vehicle maneuvering. But keep your space cushion. Be aware of what's around you. If you do get carjacked, what's your car worth? I mean, really, it's not worth your life. Yeah, here you go. I pay my insurance. I'd probably get a new rig out of it. That'd be great. If you have kids in the car, don't get out of the car without your kids. If your kids are old enough, hopefully you've been wargaming this with them. They need to know that they can escape and get out and how to do that. And they need to have a certain level of obedience. Having your kid arguing with you during your carjacking is probably not the best thing. So this is something as parents you have to think about and pre-frame ahead of time. So I know with my own family, we have trigger words that will trigger certain actions. And we work with a color code as well. So whenever that type of thing happens, a color is mentioned. It could be simply getting your seatbelt off and getting ready to move. Exiting the vehicle one side or the other. These are all considerations that I want some of you to start putting into your head. We cover this and more in our Protectors program that we've been teaching for a few years now. And we're going to be relaunching it as an online Zoom thing over the Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. And it'll be high-level coaching. I'm only taking a few people, a few couples. This will be a couples thing. So you can do it with a buddy or you can do it with a spouse, significant other, whatever. But I'm only taking a few couples for this. And it's going to be high-level coaching and one-on-one stuff where I'm spending time with you guys, making sure you're set for just these kind of things. If you want to be the best tribe leader you can be, this is the kind of thing that you should have. Don't get out of the car if your kids are in there. Don't stay in the car if somebody just gets in with you. All they're doing, and most carjackings happen where the threat. The bad guy is usually male, although I just read one that was a woman. They're usually under 25 years old. They don't necessarily happen in the bad side of town. However, the bad side of town, if you look lost, you're a target. That's where your awareness comes in. They happen wherever. There's good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods. Hey, in a really, really good neighborhood with really good cars, they always have really good stuff in them. So it'll happen there too. There's no place that you're safe from any of it. Considerations of don't stay in the car. You would be basically the carjackers taking you to the second crime location. Yeah, you got to get out. You got to get out quick. And if you feel that your life is in danger, fight. Wait a minute, do you know how? Car combatives are a different thing. Martial arts is great. When you're in a nice open room and everybody's happy and there's no corners on anything. Car combatives is a whole other thing. And again, we cover that in our Protectors program too. We're going to be doing a lot of car combatives. For you Uber and Lyft drivers out there, I'm also doing a car combatives for rideshare drivers. And you know, there's some weird stuff that happens. And for a while, I drove for Lyft, for example, and my third ride ever, dude was trying to punch me from the back seat. And you know what started that fight? I told him, "You're my third ride," and he started swinging at me. No way. So people are crazy. Crazies are out there. Crazies carjack. Sometimes crazies have guns. And I want you to be as safe as possible. So to avoid being carjacked, keep your doors closed, your windows up. It's always great when one of the Journey songs comes on. You want to sing it loud with your windows down, right? But really consider in traffic, keeping everything tight and closed up, keeping your space cushion, and being aware of where you can turn and how you can turn. Anytime you're coming to a stop, there's a potential for problems there. One of the other tactics that I've seen a lot is a small little low speed crash. Somebody bumps into you. Oh, and you got to get out right away. There's ways to do that. There's definitely ways to do that. So much more than can be done in a quick call like this. If you're interested in our Protectors program, send me a private message or drop a note in the comments. If you want our 10 seconds to safety, I'll send that to you. Just put in the comments 10 seconds and I'll send you the PDF for that. But be aware, there's carjackers out there. It happens. Hope you stay safe and have a wonderful night. Take care, everybody.